Welcome to the astrology for the week of January the 15th to the 21st. We have a lucky strike week where things are going to look really sweet near the end of this week, as well as a chance to kind of visualize and dream into being what it is you wish to create in your life with the power of some Neptune action. We're going to talk about how to break this week down. Let me just say this, guys. The week of January 15th to the 21st is 80% positive, 20% a little gnarly with some late Pluto action, but in the general vibe here, we have had a lot of intensity in the sky for a while, and now we're having something a whole lot sweeter. So let's talk about how this works for your rising sign. That's going to be the most accurate place for you to listen. Sun and moon secondarily. Sun, career, purpose, father figures. Moon, home, nest, safety, mother figures, and maybe your body as well. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lori Lothian. I'm using the Western Tropical Zodiac whole sign houses, and I'm using fixed stars and minor asteroids when needed. If you like that kind of content, I put out 30 videos last month, 33, then hit the like button, subscribe. When I put this content out, for the most part, I'm in a live premiere with you, chatting and answering your questions. So if you want to connect with me on this platform, not just subscribe and get a replay video, but have me with you, listening, talking, answering your personal questions about the content, then please also think about subscribing so you get to know me a bit better than just a broadcast format. All right, so I'm in Belize, and this has been a week of an amazing vacation. I have worked so hard in 2023, and I'm going to give Belize 2 thumbs up. It is an amazing place. Now, because I'm recording in Belize, there's a possibility on January 13th is when I'm recording Saturday, that this internet is going to cut out, and I apologize for any sound quality problems. I'm recording on Zoom, so it's going to be using internet to record. And so heads up, I know if I cut in and out, which I may, I'm telling you straight up why. Now, here's the thing. Let's get started with the week ahead in bit by bit. I'm going to show you the sky shortly. But I want to say what I'm really loving about this week more than anything is the Mercury trine Jupiter on the 19th, which is Friday. Now, there's a lot of goodness this week. I mean, there's so much sweetness. I mean, Mercury forms a sextile to Saturn and Pisces, and then Mercury forms a trine to Jupiter, and this is while he's going through Capricorn, where Mars is currently sitting. So it makes for a week of kind of like dynamic positivity regarding news cycle stuff, commerce and business for each of us, things to do with communication and ideas. For individually, we're all going to like the vibe, and I'll break it down for your sign, of course. But it is definitely the feeling for me of that Mercury trine Jupiter in Taurus, now direct, Jupiter in direct motion since December 30th, that has a really positive vibe on the 19th, give or take a couple of days on either side. The 19th is a Friday in my time zone. Adjust for your time zone. And it can be literally breakthrough lucky news. Like I say breakthrough because Uranus is sitting with Jupiter in Taurus. A sudden declarative, exciting breakthrough. Financially, maybe, because Mercury rules commerce and finance, especially in Capricorn. Maybe some really good news from an establishment or institutional setting or a corporate setting, or some good email, phone calls that just maybe surprise you. Uranus, Jupiter, prosperity and abundance and wealth and goodness. So I think we're all going to feel really excited around the Thursday, Friday, Saturday in each of our lives for some spot of a lucky strike, lucky break, lucky breakthrough energy kicks in. So get ready for that. I'm really going to dive into that for each sign. That's going to be the highlight of what I focus on this week. But at the very beginning of the week, Monday and Tuesday, the sun forms a sextile to Neptune. And the sun is like your career or soul or solar energy. And Neptune is dreamy, imaginative energy. In fact, I write a newsletter, guys, called Cosmic Moonshine. It comes out every Saturday for my subscribers. And there are about 5,000 of you. And if you want to get on that, you get a heads up on this stuff in a written format where I like to write, where you also don't have to always tune into YouTube land. So check that out. And discount codes and early bird access to stuff I'm doing before the general public. But I'm going to read what I wrote about that because I call it Make Your Dreams Real. And I talk about how this energy can really open up the following. The sun sextile Neptune blesses us all with a feeling of increased intuition, imagination, creativity, psychic awareness, daydreaming, journaling, and vision boarding under this high potency, okay? Imaginal energy can be productive and successful. All right, even along the lines of manifesting outcomes, which I'm really not great at the idea that manifesting is always a good thing, like that it works or that we have total sovereign agency over our reality. I think we're co-creators with the divine. But if you want to do vision boarding, dreaming, daydreaming, journaling, meditating, reveries, this is wonderful. This kind of sextile happens in this particular configuration once a year. This is Mercury in resourceful, material, grounded Capricorn, flowing to Neptune in dreamy Pisces, his modern home, and Saturn sitting with him, making things that are dreamy into reality, bringing an extra special edge where dreams can be made real. Now, Saturn with Neptune has only been here since last March and leaves in February of 26. Therefore, this means that this time as Mercury approaches Neptune, which he's been doing since 2011, he's got Saturn co-present with Neptune to ground the vision into reality. This may indeed mean it could be a time in which the idea of the vision board, the secret, manifest your reality, you are the creator of your reality, could be somewhat true. So on Monday or Tuesday, will be doing journaling, meditating, and maybe vision boarding, but I want to really own that space, and I hope you will try it out too, okay? Now, as the week progresses, we move into a flowing energy between Mercury, still in Capricorn, and Mars is there, still invisible till the 27th, but Mars is there until the 27th of January in his exaltation. And Mercury and Mars are there, but Mercury flows to or sextiles in a positive and fortunate way, Saturn and Pisces. It's almost like dream into being what it is you would wish to create through the power of your soul, Sun, Neptune, visionary imaginal ability. And then, let's let on Wednesday and Thursday, Mercury begin to give you communications, emails, phone calls, text messages, ideas or news that can help show you it can become a reality. Why not go with that idea? I like it. You know, there's a book called Awakened Imagination by Neville Shute. I read it years and years ago. And also I read somewhere that God didn't make man in his image, but in his imagination, right? So Neville Shute wrote this book, Awakened Imagination. And he uses the idea of the vertical axis and how that we have this verticality, spirit, soul, awareness, oneness, and our imagination rises up to the midpoint. And that's just like the average Joe on default mode, you know, like blah, blah, blah. I think it was Neville Shute's writing, going along and letting reality dictate your story, like being a pawn on the game board of default codes. But then up we go to here. That's the cross, right? Like Jesus was crucified on kind of vibe. The cross with the crossbar higher up. And he makes the case, Neville Shute, that the higher this crossbar goes up, the verticality of our soul, transcending, ascending, our imagination can produce new kinds of results on the horizontal plane. The horizontal plane represents the apparent reality, the Maya, the Leela, the play of God. This matrix is simulation. So what I'm trying to encourage you to do is use your imagination. And don't think of your imagination as just wistful fantasy and daydreams. In a sextile, for resourceful, grounded Capricorn, the sign that belongs to Saturn. Well, Saturn's sitting with dreamy, imaginal, and imagination-prone, fantasy-prone, visual imagination, theta brainwave state Neptune. This is a potent time, and it's potent this time around and next year as well in 2025, because we still have Saturn with Neptune. Okay, so you got 2 more chances to harness this powerful energy this time and next year, and flowing towards sextile from Mercury, the mind, to Neptune, the imagination, and hatching something incredibly brilliant, right? So it's like, Sun to Neptune, but then Mercury, the mind, following up with that sextile to Saturn, co-present with Neptune. To me, this is a perfect storm. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for dream making, visualizing something, and being surprised and delighted that it worked. Now, moving forward, let's talk about Friday. Friday is when we feel the most acute energy of Mercury moving through Capricorn, co-present with Mars, flowing in a trine, a flowing triangle called a trine, a 120-degree angle, the nature of Jupiter, which is luck itself, to lucky Jupiter, moving direct with the surprising energy of Uranus co-present with him in Taurus. This is what I'm going to do for your sign. We're talking about how that surprising positive energy could play out. That can be about prosperity, bounty, expansion, growth, hope, faith, optimism. Coming through Mercury storylines, emails, phone calls, text messages, communications, or the mind and ideas. All right, so we're going to talk about that for your sign. Now, what's difficult about this week? What is difficult about this week, holy man, is we're moving into the anaretic degree of Sun conjunct Pluto on Saturday the 20th. Now, that's at 29 degrees of Capricorn, and it's closing out a story that's been in play since 2008, all right, 2008, 2009, as the Sun kept coming back into a conjunction with Pluto in Capricorn, but not at the 29th degree, not at the anaretic degree, and we won't get it again. Because although Pluto will be moving into Aquarius on the 21st, depends on where you live, 2021st. And yes, the Sun is following him, but not a perfect conjunction in the 0 degrees of Aquarius, not perfect. It's like this conjunction or union of Sun, Sol, Pluto, power together at 29 degrees of Capricorn, a potent completion at top of the mountain, old escalation degree, very karmatic, very grand finale, very turbulent, is going to be the last time in your life and my life that the Sun will conjunct Pluto at 29 degrees of Capricorn. It's as important. It happened 248 years ago, sure. And this has been happening, as I said, since 2008, and now it's going to be done. So something is trying to completely finalize in your Capricorn area of your sky, the grand finale, the final statement. Well, Pluto does go back to Capricorn September the 1st next year. Okay, he does go back. He does not meet with the Sun. He'll be there September 1st to November 19th in the fall of 24 for a last hurrah as he hatches his seeds of whatever he needs to do that he planted here at 29 Cap. He'll be sitting on that 29 Cap, retrograding, then moving forward around October 11th. So you might see themes from this Saturday reemerge in the fall, right? But it's no longer about the solar story. Sun, soul, eternal nature, discriminating intelligence, the deepest part of each of ourselves, our purpose, our ultimate career purpose, energy connected to Pluto. In the world, it can be death of a world leader, really. Okay, so I'm not saying someone's going to die, but it could be death of a world leader or a king-like figure for sure, maybe on Saturday. That could happen. But in our individual lives, it's a different story. Now, I'm going to do a separate whole video on that piece of real estate about what happens when Pluto at 29 meets with the Sun for the last time, but I'm not doing that now. This is recorded on Saturday the 13th, early access for my Patreon community, ad-free, etc. Check it out below. Promotion, 3 free courses, why not? With me, 1 live, 2 already recorded, all the details in the description link under the more button to try my Patreon community out for $5 measly. And if you like to watch my content without ads and before the public, then you might like this community. Second of all, by the way, I forgot to tell you, my 2024 All Signs videos, which is a fundraiser for my microphones and laptops and social media help, is almost finished. The fundraiser sale price of $59 for 90-minute videos times 12. All signs. You can listen for Sun, Moon, Rising, share it with friends and family, listen for your kids and your husband and wife and stuff. That goes off sale on January 31st and will be for the rest of this year, $77 minus some throwaway sales like, oh, it's the April Fool's sale and it's down by 20%. But you want to get that $59 price. It's going to end on January 31st. All right. All the information to get that stuff under the description box. All right, I'm going to show you the sky and then we're going to do all signs. I'm crossing my fingers that this thing is even working. I mean, the internet is not the greatest here in Belize where I'm staying. I'm staying over on the sort of the bay side, you know, where they have crocodiles, not on the ocean side, which has been an interesting thing not to go swimming. We're like, I get eaten by a crocodile. All right, hang on a sec. Let's pull up the chart, sharing the screen with you guys so you can see the story in real time with me. Let's just go through it quickly before we do the all signs, just visually give you cues about how this looks in a flat 2-dimensional sky. By the way, some of you know that I teach a course called Sky Reader, Be Your Own Astrologer, Time Your Best Life. That course is going to be offered again probably in March, perhaps April. And there's a wait list that builds up for that because I take a limited number of students and this will be my 4th or 5th time teaching it. So there's also a wait list link for Sky Reader, I believe, in the description box below. And I usually put the offering or the what do you call it, the shopping cart out about 3 weeks beforehand, depending on how busy I am. It's probably going to be taught in April, but it could be in March. Alrighty. And by the way, it's a 6-week course. Okay, so here we go. This is what I want to note. I mean, this is January 15th, which is a Monday, and I just want you to see what I'm talking about before I do the all signs. So I mentioned in the beginning is that really good manifestation energy that's potentially dreaming up a story There's the sun, yeah, pretty close to Pluto though, and it's flowing to good old Neptune, right? So the sun is at 24 degrees on Monday, moves into Tuesday's perfection, and that's really a lovely sextile, the nature of Venus. And as I said, I'd use it for dreaming, visualizing, harnessing some kind of manifestation vibration in general. And then we're going to see that things move on. And I'm not going to move, well, I could move the chart forward. Why the hell not? I'm really slow at annotating, but then we're going to move the chart forward and we're going to get into the sort of more of a day by day. And now you're going to see that here's Mercury at 1 degrees of Capricorn, and you're going to watch Mercury come into a sextile to 4 degrees Saturn. Saturn is also direct, just so you know, 1, 2, 3. And here we have it on the 18th, but you're feeling it on the 17th, 18th, and 19th. You know, it's not just a one-day event. Mercury will be connecting here over time between, yeah, the 17th, 18th, and 19th. So I could annotate it, but I just watch my cursor. Mercury, Saturn, flow, right? And finally, as we move to Friday and we get into the latter part of the week in my time zone, which is North America, you can see that we have on the 19th, the energy here of Mercury doing all the action and all the heavy lifting at 6 degrees of Capricorn, coming into that conjunction to Mars. I'm doing a separate video on that next week. Mercury at 6 degrees of Capricorn. And what he does is he flows to Jupiter at 6 degrees of Taurus with Uranus and an exalted moon. So again, positive, surprising, exciting, bounteous goodness developing, and tends to look like Mercury and Capricorn can be business or commercial success or monetary success or corporate success, but it's also something to do with what Mercury's best at. Here's an email, here's a phone call, here's a conversation, okay? Or at the very other side of it, an idea that pops into your mind that can be quite bountiful, especially with an exalted moon, with Jupiter, with Uranus, as this is hatching into being on Friday the 19th, give or take maybe a couple of days on either side. And as we round out the end of the week, and I told you this would happen, this is going to be January 20th, a Saturday, and here's 29-degree Pluto, 29 degrees of the sun. I'm going to do a separate video. We're not going to cover that today. It's just too much to cover in one short video for Monday. So let's go ahead now and move into this all signs proportion of our reading. All right, so I'm going to cue the chart so that we can look at Aries first, and we're going to get going. So Aries is me. I'm one of you guys, sun, moon, and again, rising sign will be most accurate about everything in your life, whereas the sun can be about career and father figures and purpose, and the moon can be about mother figures and home and nest and safety and maybe the body. And there's a tradition in which the material realm and the body is lunar, and the spiritual realm and the transcendent and the soul is the solar realm. Okay, so let's get started. Aries, sun, moon, and rising sign. It's a sky here where you can see quite clearly that you're going to experience, I'm just focused on the Friday event, remember that, this is the whole point of this video, this flowing energy between Jupiter in your earnings house. Expect this to maybe pick up Wednesday through Sunday even. Something to do with an earnings surprise or possessions and resources booster surprise coming through Mercury with an exalted Mars in a house of your career and reputation. Now, because Mars is still invisible until the 27th of January, there may be things hatching and percolating Wednesday through Saturday this week that can lend itself to a lovely energetic uplift to do with career, reputation, earnings, money, possessions, etc. For me, it's career and money success stories generating through lucky and surprising ways this week. I will remind you, of course, that you can dream into being something very potent here, very powerful, while you still have the beginning of the week, Monday and Tuesday. The sun will be in Monday and Tuesday in your top of your sky with Pluto flowing to Neptune. So dream into being Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday, something you really want to see happen in your highest vision of your career success possible, using your imagination. But if you make money in foreign land revenues, especially using TikTok, Instagram, or Reels or whatever, this can also be a new vision of how you'd like to use those parts of your life to escalate and elevate your reputation, success, purpose, and career. All right, forever maybe, because it's also, don't forget, Sun, Pluto energy, sextile Neptune, not to be seen again. Well, Taurus, the energy of the super duper lucky, surprising and positive, wealthy and bounteousness is coming from at the end of this week, exact on Friday, give or take a couple of days before and after, is coming from the energy of Mercury hanging out with an exalted but still invisible Mars, flowing from the ninth house of higher education, campuses, book publishing, foreign shores and lands. Third marriages can be up here, your third marriage partner. I don't know why people ask me what do I mean by third marriages. The third marriage. Some people have more than one husband, or wife. Book publishing, faith, religion, spirituality is called the house of God, and foreign and long distance travel, or foreigners in foreign places. So the energy of all of that ninth house stuff and court and legal matters becomes very positive and very blessed for you as a result of what's happening on Friday. But at the same time, you are the lucky one. Jupiter has got the horseshoes up your butt. You are the one with the four-leaf clover in your ear. Jupiter is in the house of you, giving you a disposition towards magnanimousness, leaderfulness, charismatic and magnetic qualities, but also luck. So you're lucky and feeling lucky and get lucky all the way through to the third week of May. Just watch for weight gain here, but otherwise it's all good. Jupiter in your first house. And then Uranus is the surprise element. You may also, though, not just be surprised, but you may be seeking innovative freedom and invention and breaking free, like a rebel yell. And something could be like feeling like a rebel yell surprise coming through that ninth house. It's definitely good for good academic outcomes if any of you are in academic environments, or good legal outcomes if you're in a court battle. If you're in a court battle and Mars is rising to visibility on the 27th of January in your ninth house, you're gonna kill it. Your lawyer's gonna get you to win probably. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna do a whole Mars rising video. Stay tuned for that. The dreaming into being, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Neptune, Sun energy. You can dream into being what you wish to have in your long-range goals and plans for your life, because that's where Neptune sits. And you can also visualize things that are meaningful and dharmic for you. Don't just visualize, oh, I want to win a lottery or get a Ferrari, unless that's deeply soulful to you. Instead, visualize what the meaning of your life could be and is. I hope that mic is working. What the meaning of your life could be and what it is as a result of this particular Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday story. Okay, well, just hope that mic is picking up the sound. And yeah, I like this for you guys. And good luck with that, Taurus. Hey, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Well, quite clearly you're going to benefit here at the end of this week. Let's start with the dreaming stuff, because I think I should go in chronological order. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Why not dream into being something that you wish to see happen in your career as you visualize from the sun in the eighth house, which is the deep archetypal energies of your psyche, your soul, your psychology, but also chunky money. What ways could you, as a Gemini, be looking at dreaming into being new forms of chunky money that can be passive income, or ad income, investment income, and yet connected to your career and the dream career and the dream financial results from that career, even including dream results through the idea of, is it time to retire or to live off my investments, or to move my career towards some more stability and less earnings energy. You're kind of dreaming something or trying to dream something Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm saying it's more actively likely to be realized by the universe if you choose to use this energy of your imagination Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm hoping you all listen to the intro. I do really like the energy here, of course, of Jupiter, Santa Claus, in your 12th house, which is a house that has to do with revenue and money generated from PayPal and Stripe, or foreign lands and foreign shores, flowing to Mercury in the house of ad revenue, chunky money, passive income, royalty income, residual income. But it's also a deep soul energy. The eighth house on Friday, give or take 2 days on either side, could deliver messages from the dad. It could be delivering deep new insights or ideas from the occult magic and mysteries place of the eighth house, flowing to that Jupiter in the house of those revenues. But also, hey, we travel sometimes with Jupiter. He is in the house of foreign shores and lands. And maybe some of you, as Friday comes up, may be looking at some very interesting information or news for a travel opportunity, but it would be connected to resources and money. or someone else's money, like your spouse's money, your business partner's money, and a travel opportunity that feels exciting, exhilarating, and surprise positive coming up for you on Friday, 2 days before and 2 days after. Cancer, sun, moon, and rising sign. So the dream into being your manifestation stuff is sun in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in the sign of Capricorn, closely hanging with Pluto, flowing to Neptune. And the energy of that flow suggests that you can perhaps Cancer, sun, moon, and rising, make a dream come true in that ninth house connected to your seventh. The seventh is your spouse or your long-term committed partnership, but the seventh is also anything that might have to do with business collaborations or an audience and a client marketplace, right? Because it's 10 houses, 10th house from the 10th. And so if you count it around, it would be 10 houses, right? From the 10th. So it becomes the outpicturing of your career, therefore clients, marketplace, and audience. Now, here we see this idea that you could possibly not even be experiencing it about you, but your partner. So your significant other in business or love may have some kind of powerful, positive visualization or dream getting ready to become true. And it may have to do with foreign lands, foreign shores, foreign places, academic environments, book publishing, ninth house matters, right? So just see what happens here. It could be more about what's going on for your significant other than you. Finally, as you though look towards the end of the week on Friday, there's going to be this lovely time of that Santa Claus Jupiter energy moving direct in your house of the spirit, where you can get windfalls, pennies from heaven, greater gains from your career. You can get like friends and allies and benefactors and elder siblings who want to help you. And this Jupiter is going to, on Friday, 2 days before and after, it's still flowing, come into contact with that energy of Mercury. And what Mercury's saying as he hangs out with exalted Mars is super good for reaching out to audience, marketplace, clients. I'd launch something if you're an entrepreneur here, put it into the outside world, share it with the world, broadcast it. But it's also really good for your partner as well, and their money and their greater dreams and goals for their life, and an assist or a boost from the house of good spirit. So you and your partner benefiting greatly, maybe financially, from this, and maybe through an elder sibling as well. Now, I'm going to qualify this. I said earlier in the intro, because Mars is exalted here, but invisible until January 27th onward, maybe certain things are percolating here that fully blast out as an outpicturing after the 27th, add a couple of weeks of January. But still, you're probably going to have some good news. Your partner has some good news. An audience or client member delivers something positive to you, and it probably benefits you and your partner in love or business financially. Leo, sun, moon, and rising sign. How sweet a sky we have here when we start the week with a sun coming through the sign, of Capricorn, close to Pluto, flowing to Neptune. That's going to be Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday. It's still the possibility of dreaming into being, materializing, manifesting, and imagining into being something that you wish to see happen in your health, in your work, regarding pets or rentals or tenancy situations. And this energy of dreaming something into being from the sixth house is going to activate Neptune in the eighth house of chunky money. So there could be a really good financial opportunity coming here connected to an animal, to a work situation, a colleague, coworker space situation, something to do with a rental opportunity. All of these are very possible. And with Neptune in your eighth house, he's been there since 2011. Hopefully you've been developing a deeper connection to your own imagination as it applies to your own soul and your psyche. He's going to leave there, and you're not going to get much more of that after 2026. So this is definitely all of the things I mentioned positive, especially for health matters. It's almost like going below the surface of reality to repair or instill better health using your imagination. And then we move into the next story, which is Friday's lovely trine between flow and luck between Jupiter and Mercury. Now, Jupiter in your 10th house, which he'll be there until the third week of May this year, got there last May, is bringing you expansion and growth and luck in your career and reputation. End of story. And bosses who favor you, etc. At the same time, this time frame that we're experiencing of Mercury flowing to Jupiter, on Friday, 2 days before and after, ends up looking a lot like a work opportunity, a raise, a promotion, a new job offer, a chance to find out about a job you wish to apply for, especially with Mars exalted here, and get kick-ass success in that new application, Mars in his joy in your sixth house. And when I mean, like, you may find a job to apply for Friday, 2 days before and after, and you may get the results after January 27th, start the job, you usually get the job, for example. Really, after the 27th of January, when Mars is visible, this is really good for getting a pet too, if you want a pet, but it's mostly looking like work and career success stories, hatching with news, emails, phone calls, applications, maybe colleagues and coworkers in your job place favoring you and cheering you on for a raise or a promotion or something like that. These are success stories in all regards coming through the sky for you Friday at 2 days on either side. So I hope this is still recording. Checking 1, 2, yeah. All right, so I'm moving to January 20. Oh, by the way, if you're in the live premiere, hit the like button. Thanks to all my regulars, Boiling Frogs, Crystalline Alchemist, Michael Thrash, L.A. Taylor, Misbehaving, Jupiter 8, Stephen the Jupiterian, Crystalline Alchemist, Herbal Empress, Linda Calder, My Soul Songs, Ace of Spades, and so many more regulars who come to my premieres and we chat about the astrology live. Or let's moving on to the old story. Oh yeah, the Mercury, my daughter, the Virgo rising. I just posted a picture of my daughter on my community page on YouTube. Thank you to everyone who said she was beautiful. I sent her the go look at it, and it really cheered her up. Like any young woman, she's 24. She's had some acne and stuff, and she's dealing with some facial scarring left over, and she's very self-conscious about being as beautiful as she is. She doesn't think she is. She's very sweet, and so it was really a nice boost for everyone who said something lovely about her appearance. Thank you so very much. She is self-conscious. The moving into the Virgo sun, moon, and rising sign. So first of all, let's talk about dreaming something into being Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, with that sextile energy flowing between the sun and Capricorn, and sun and Capricorn will still be there, and with close to Pluto. I mean, because this is now, let me move us back a day if you don't mind, because it's going to be too confusing. It's just, we progress forward and we're losing a lot of the main picture. Okay, so don't forget, I'm just moving it around to make it visually easy. So the sun in your fifth house of inspiration and enthusiasm, and what gets you out of bed in the morning, what brings you vitality and joy in life. Also romance, sexuality, and children. The sun here close to Pluto flowing to Neptune. What do you wish to dream into being? An entrepreneurial business, a creative project, a better love and sexual romantic life, a conception of a child, greater prosperity or goodness through the things that do with your entrepreneurial life. If that's something that's irrelevant to you, use Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to dream this into being in a positive way. Because the sun is flowing to that Neptune, and especially if you want to dream into being better client relations, customer relations for your creative or entrepreneurial output, or greater connection to the significant other in your life in a dreamy, beautiful way that's very soulful, especially around romantic and long-term committed love, getting a lift through the power of your imagination and visualization and willingness to dream it into being. Because you are being tested, Virgo. Saturn in the house of significant long-term love will test you all the way through to February 26th, testing whether any existing relationships can stand the test of time. So, bright spot for you to dream the highest outcome is what I'm suggesting. Now, also because you can see that as Friday approaches, you're going to have Mercury moving into a beautiful flow to Jupiter, moving through your ninth house. This can be very much about hearing you're going to have a grandchild born to you, news from a child, a grandchild's in the hopper, good news about your academics, your book publishing realm, your foreign land travel realm, good news from a spiritual advisor or guide or coach or even counselor energy that really fortifies you to step into more joy in your life, more fun, more vitality, more play, more creativity. Because it's also an academic environment, professorial news favoring you, saying something like, because the fifth house is your natural talents, boy, you're really good at this. I suggest you continue. I would recommend you get your master's, or I would give you a great recommendation, or things like that. Now, also the possibility here is that Mercury, because Mars is there and Mars is exalted but invisible to the 27th, there can be some exciting developments here for you regarding the possibility of a trip that's going to bring you great joy, but the trip or travel will likely not show up until after January 27th. Maybe news of a trip, scheduling of a trip, discovering you can take a trip abroad, foreign shores, foreign lands, or good news about legal outcomes that really satisfies your sense of vitality and joy in life. Those are all very sweet energies for all of you Virgos this week. Again, the Friday pieces give it a couple days on either side, as well as on Friday with that Jupiter trine Mercury. I'm just praying, guys, that this is still recording, right? Sorry, I'm going by hours. I mean that this whole video I'm doing isn't like chalky and you can't hear me and I just wasted an hour of my time. Right, from Belize, Lori from Belize. Okay, moving into the next sign. Libra, sun, moon, and rising, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. What do you want to do but dream into being something that's going to fortify you and strengthen you in your health, but also in your work and work routines. Also, dreaming into being Neptune in the sixth house, things that have to do with your home life. Are you going to dream into being better work health routines, better home health routines, dream into being a better home space in which you can come home from work and be really satisfied, or work from home if needed, or get a new beautiful pet to bring into your home, or a dream into being a situation regarding rental property and your ideal tenant or your ideal rental opportunity to be a tenant or to be a land leasee, okay? As things move forward, then I'm going to really focus on how Jupiter and Mercury on Friday, give or take a couple of days on either side, blast open a nice energy here for you of something to do with chunky money. Everyone says, what do you mean by chunky money? You don't earn the money. It comes to you as a grant, a stipend, a tax rebate, a stock payoff, an inheritance. Now, honestly, a lot of you Libras will get some family money, inheritance type money by the end of this Jupiter transit at the end of May. It's ongoing since last May, kind of the inheritance transit here, but it's really good for mortgages, stock investments, in financing, banking, loans and stuff. And I would say that Friday, this is about real estate, really. For a lot of you, it's a chance to buy or sell or rent because of Saturn, lease a place or lease out a place with great success, maybe more success than you thought you were possibly going to get from reality. So I'm cheering you on for that. And Mercury delivers good news. With Mars here, not visible until the 27th of January, some of this may be in the works, but then really blasting out in a positive way after the 27th. Well, like, the tenant comes in, or if the house is, the real estate property thingy is sealed and it's now under contract, or all of that kind of stuff. Because you have Sun Pluto energy at the bottom of the sky, you could get some money from a father figure, solar figure, grandfather, father figure, giving you money, sharing money with you, giving you some resources, and good news about that Friday, give or take a day on either side. Okay, moving forward to after Libra, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising sign. Let me just check my time. Don't forget to hit the like button if you're in the live premiere. That helps the channel grow. And so what we have here for you, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising, is we end up with this sense of what can you dream into being Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday? What can you open up into your imagination that can sustain you in a way that allows for some greater advantage of I can make my dreams come true, especially regarding your romantic sexual life, fifth house Neptune, children, creativity, art, and creative projects, entrepreneurial endeavors. Fifth house matters where Neptune sits. But as it pertains to what Jupiter would like to create, oh, sorry, skip the Neptune. Oh, yeah, dream into being what the sun wishes to create from the third house. Are you a writer? Do you have a website? Are you on social media? Do you use social media with TikTok, Instagram Reels, or YouTube, Neptunian visuals, moving imagery? If that's the case, you definitely have a lot of juice going on here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, either just for some success or for making your dreams true by really dreaming into what you want to achieve in those regards. There's a small possibility that some of this may involve a sibling who's younger, or a neighbor as well, and some powerful dreaming into being with that sibling or with that neighbor, especially a younger sibling. Then we look at the end of the week on Friday. Now, this is Jupiter, Santa Claus, ho, 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 in your house of your client, audience, marketplace, public, significant love relationship, business partner collaborations. And he's moving forward, but he's going to receive that flowing energy from Mercury in that house of writing, social media platforms, a website, online world, neighbors, neighborhoods, etc. Now, it's possible for some of you, you're going to hatch a trip. Mars likes to travel. Short distance travel is in the third house. And Friday, you get an opportunity for a getaway, basically, with your significant other or your business partner. That's simple. And it's going to surprise you, perhaps, because, of course, Uranus is involved, but an exalted moon, a very importantly, super yay you moment of a travel opportunity, just maybe coming through Friday, 2 days before and after, through your partner or just in general showing up. And if you do, provide something to the world that you're creative with and you put it into the social media land and audiences see it, this could be a really good lucky break. Maybe something goes viral, something gets noticed by someone important, and you get this really great success in that area of your life Friday, and give or take 2 days on either side. And if you're single, maybe with that Jupiter trine Mercury in the house of the neighborhood, also dating apps, this could activate a new relationship. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because Venus is about to pop into the third house as well. And when she gets there, she kind of says, and I'm here, and it's love. So pay attention to Friday for opportunities to go out in the neighborhood, friends inviting you out, things to do with pubs, restaurants, and fun in the neighborhood. It can lead perhaps to a love story percolating in the sky in the couple of weeks that follow. All right, Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising sign in the sky. What you've got going on here is the energy of the sun and Neptune collaborating to make your dreams real and help you visualize, vision board, imagine something into being. And the way you could do that, if you are interested in doing that kind of visualization, is you could do that through Neptune, right, in your fourth house, and the sun in your second. It looks like money dreams, really. What do you want to wish into your life that has to do with your financial health and goodness? And Neptune, home and land and property and things you do in and from your home. So use your visionary powers to do a dream work energy of that resourceful energy of financial gain, increasing through things to do with what you're doing in the home or connected to home and land and real estate and property. Then on Friday, that's when Jupiter comes into that flow with Mercury, and it's going to happen through your second house of earnings and resources to Jupiter in the house of work and work routines. First of all, it's good for your health if it's something to do with a new idea about how to eat, especially with Mercury, with Mars cutting out an old food style and improving your health dramatically, or having good health news come through, but it would be connected to dietary style. That could be something going on Friday, 2 days before and after. But the other part of it is that you could have some really positive developments to do with work and money, and therefore like a new job opportunity, a new career opportunity, a raise, a promotion, negotiations for that suddenly and surprisingly coming up for you in a positive way. And that looks like a Friday story 2 days before and after. Also remembering that Mars invisible may not declare the whole thing sealed and done until after the 27th of January, but it's in motion starting on Friday. Okay, moving into Capricorn, sun, moon, especially rising. So Capricorn, the story is very simple here. Dream into being Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Neptune, things that have to do with travels, younger siblings, writing, the social media, online world, Neptune in your third house, but dreaming and ideas and communication and writing projects, dreaming something into being from that house, connected to the sun moving through your first house. You are solar, you are Plutonian, you are powerful, soulful energies engaged in, in reality. This is going to be a very powerful last conjunction of Pluto, 29 degrees with the sun on Saturday, but we'll be doing a separate video on that. But you have the power. You have the power to be soulfully engaged in some dream to do with the third house. Now, it could be sibling connected, it could be to do with neighbors in the neighborhood, it could be connected to writing project, social media land. What do you want to accomplish in that third house? Visualize, dream, and make it real. Make it so. As Captain Picard used to say, make it so in Star Trek: The Next Generation. Then As we move to Friday, we see Mercury flowing to Jupiter. Now, Mercury is in the house of you. You're communicating, you're emailing, you're phone calling, you have ideas. It's all about you being that resourceful communicator, negotiator, deal maker, and Mars, standing firm, holding firm, fighting for what you want, making a deal that like is amazing, right? Or communicating in a forceful way that's really potent. And Mars is still invisible, so not until the 27th is Mars direct and visible. So some things that you may negotiate or consider or communicate or ideate, or this week, especially Friday, give or take 2 days on either side, may not come into full form or visibility until after the January 27th rising of Mars in your first house. We'll have a separate video on that because it's really critical for 2 years of success for you Capricorns, especially rising. But I would say something like Jupiter is in a luck house, right? The house of good fortune. He's with an exalted moon and Uranus. Surprise! You can win a lottery. Will you win it on Friday? No, maybe not, maybe yes. Will you know that you won it if you're going to win it after January 27th? Probably. So it could be successful engagement with a casino, a lottery win, some money coming from unexpected lucky breaks that surprise you. That's a possibility. Also, surprising, exciting developments and news around fertility, moon exalted, Uranus surprising with your children. This would be the classic, oh my gosh, I just heard I'm going to be a grandparent, right? That kind of thing. And that may be coming up Friday, 2 days on either side. Finally, your fifth house is your creativity and your entrepreneurial businesses. And so those things are going to really get a boost of yay, but surprising goodness. Friday, add 2 days on either side. Mars does rule your house of good spirit, which is your 11th. Older brothers, siblings, or people who want to favor you might get in the mix and really be a part of this, where this news comes from. As you receive the news, digest it with your mind and communicate around opportunity, Jupiter, consulting, entrepreneurial, creative as well. Aquarius, I'm one of you. I'm a rising. This is for you, rising Aquarian, sun and moon secondarily. If you're in the live premiere, hit the like button. So anyway, long story short here, dream into being with that Neptune in your second house, financial visions and goal enduring, and you can, really stick the landing because Saturn says make it real, connected to the sun in the house of foreign lands and foreign shores and revenue generated from commercial enterprise connected to international companies, foreign revenue, less PayPal, Stripe in a modern way. So a lot of you, like me, maybe online like I am, can visualize that kind of increase or dream outcomes in that kind of revenue. But it can also be visualize your dream situation regarding letting go of an addiction or bad habit in a sustainable way that totally works for you with no harm or no difficulty. It can also have you dreaming into being something to do with a travel plan to a foreign country that's going to benefit you in a very financially positive way. So keep that in mind, or dreaming into being your perfect food style, Neptune, that's reliable and realistic, Saturn, and that doesn't cause any sabotage to your life. Now, here's the fun part on Friday. Jupiter in a flowing trine to Mercury. Mercury is in your 12th house with an exalted Mars. This is definitely good for travel to foreign countries, if not moves for some of us. I may have a chance to move to China or spend extended time in China. But also cutting away things that really undo you. And Mars can cut, sever, and end any kind of sabotaging habit, addiction, dependency. And Mercury is giving you the ideas for it, or even at night, the dreams to help understand or clear that out. So look for those possibilities on Friday, 2 days before and after. But because it's connected to Jupiter in the fourth house, some of this is definitely connected to your home life, home, property, land, real estate, exalted moon, tenancies and rental opportunities involved as well, because moon rules your sixth. So lots of stuff going on with exciting, unexpected prosperity, a bounty, and abundance connected to home, property, land, and real estate. Mercury does rule your house of speculation, so you may win some money that allows for some change of home and real estate, or buying a property in a foreign shore or something like that. Again, all of this is happening Friday, 2 days on either side, but it may be a setup for things that become quite obvious or visible to you after January 27th at a couple of weeks. All right, you wonderful Pisceans, mystic poets of our zodiac. dream makers yourself. You know, dreamy Neptune in the house of you since 2011. You've been working through a lot of dissolving inertia, maybe fog, but also attainment of spiritual oceanic consciousness at one minute with the universe, high imagination, visionary states, hopefully not addictions and insanity, but there's a range with Neptune. And as Neptune has finishing up this whole journey in 2026, you know, you're coming to the end of it. Now, Neptune here is flowing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And kind of with the sun in Capricorn, this is opening up an energy field for you. I mean, it's lovely where you can dream into being with your higher imagination, your long range goals, plans, and visions for your life. I kid you not. That's what the 11th house, forward looking 11th house does. But you may benefit also by dreaming into being something that has to do with how you'd like to see your career gains look in your life. What does it look like to be successfully harnessing resources from the 10th as they, you know, they outpicture in the 11th house of career gains and money from career stories. You also may have some visionary ability here that connects to how you'd like to benefit from people supporting you in life, allies, benefactors, even elder siblings. As we move forward to Friday, there's a trine, a lucky trine, a Jupiterian lucky strike coming from Jupiter in your house of younger sibling, short trips and travel, distance travel, skills-based learning, things to do with your online social media platforms and work. Flowing, by the way, flowing to that Mercury in the house of allies, benefactors, elder sibling. Certainly it can look like a boost of prosperity and luck in your career and business life through benefactors helping you, like an elder sibling, or some of you getting an opportunity to speak on someone's podcast or do something in the larger public view. And, you know, it's like, who is like your big bro or big sister, real life or acting like that? Because somebody wants to email, phone call, text you, help you, call you, discuss something with you. Perhaps Friday, 2 days on either side. That's going to benefit you, but also maybe bring you opportunities for travel, opportunities for bounty and success in the online world, opportunities for success in a writing project, opportunities for appearing on a podcast or social media platform, and all of those things. If you have an online business, this is definitely you're going to prosper a little bit on Friday, 2 days on either side about whatever this is going on, like some boost in your online revenue. And anything else I'd say, if a trip opportunity arises to travel, especially like Friday, 2 days on either side, yes. The answer is yes. Okay, it's going to bring you something very lucky, very fortunate. Thanks for listening, everybody. I hope this was useful. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget that my 2024 All Signs video is going to the sale of $59 for like 90 minutes times 12. Supports me buying microphones and equipment and staff that I need to help timestamp my videos for you guys. If you want to help me grow, because it makes it easy to have that money to hire these people, that's why I don't put those 2024 All Signs 12 videos out to the public. You get private access to them if you want to invest in my content by buying that. Plus you get the content, right? Like who doesn't want to hear the sun, moon, and rising detailed forecast for 2024? Don't forget, Patreon gets this early access ad-free if you want to join my community for a measly $5. There's also a free trial option. You get to take 2 free courses, one free course with me at the end of January, 2 free courses, Synastry, Are You My Person relationship course, Chiron, the Key to Purpose relationship course, and then the Chiron timing course is coming up at the end of January. All of that's for free as a ethical bribe to try out my Patreon community. Then you can leave. Why did I want you to come to Patreon? First of all, I get to know you better. We have like up to 3 Zoom calls a month. But secondly, if this platform ever shuts me down, if you're not on my Cosmic Moonshine newsletter, which I have 5,000 subscribers, or you're in my Patreon, which I have about 250 patrons, then I could lose you. You could lose me. We'll be gone from each other forever. Goodbye. I said something that YouTube didn't like, and that easily happens these days. So just keep that in mind. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful week ahead. I'm so happy to be in Belize. I'm so happy to be in Belize. I wonder if I could get this computer over to the view and show you a little bit of Belize at the end of this video. Oh my God, let me try, okay? Unplug my recording. I mean, I'm not recording, I'm just, oops, I lost the light. I just unplugged my charger. Come to Belize with me, everyone. Oh my God, I'd come back to Belize in a heartbeat. It's beautiful, and the people are so sweet and friendly. And I love Mexico, by the way. It's my other favorite place that I go to. But let me get you out there without losing a signal. I might lose a signal as I navigate away from the room, but let's try, right? Yeah, it's so bright. Right? Oh my God, it's so bright. Here. Can you guys see Belize? It looks washed out, right, in this camera, but it's not. The water's quite blue. That's like a crocodile infested. You can go swimming on the other side, which is, the Caribbean. This is like a bay or a lagoon, and there's crocodiles and stuff there. Now you're seeing my messy room. Okay, recording in. Slightly messy, not too bad. Oh, all right. Thanks for being a part of my crew, guys. Thanks for being a part of my world. Thanks for checking in with me on the live premieres. The only video I did, I've been in Belize this will be 6 days, tomorrow 7. This is the only recording I did because it was raining this morning or cloudy. I thought, oh, I'll do a video if I went out to the beach. Big hugs to all of you. Mwah.